Martin Lawrence has broken his silence on Jamie Foxx's mysterious medical condition, and fans are saying Jamie's situation is very similar to Martin's infamous 1996 breakdown when he claims someone tried to kill him.
So many things that Black people have been through, and the comedians that represent are the culture. You know, we represent the culture from our pain.
Jamie Foxx is still in the hospital recovering from an undisclosed and serious medical condition. Fans are getting increasingly worried for Jamie because there's so much speculation in the media about his condition, and yet no one knows for sure what happened. In fact, one insider recently told people that although Jamie is awake and alert, not even doctors know what happened to him, and they're still running tests trying to figure it out. In the meantime, celebs have started speaking out on Jamie's hospitalization, and their reactions raised even more concerns because it seems like Jamie's closest friends are in the dark about his condition. But the most disturbing part about this story are rumors that recently popped up claiming that someone tried to take Jamie's life. And now that Martin Lawrence is speaking out on Jamie's situation, fans are speculating that the powers that are in Hollywood are controlling celebs who try to break free of their control.
What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, "They are trying to kill me"?
Yeah.
So what is going on? What did Martin Lawrence say about Jamie's situation? It's been over 2 weeks since Jamie Foxx was admitted to a hospital in Atlanta after suffering a mysterious medical complication. Now, it's completely understandable that Jamie's family wants to protect his privacy at this moment, but what's strange is that over the past few days, there's been an uptick in celebs posting about Jamie on social media and reminiscing about their favorite moments together as if he's no longer around. You have to admit, it is really bizarre because if Jamie's family asked for privacy and if he's really recovering, why are Jamie's celebrity friends sharing all these tributes on social media? Fans are now really worried about Jamie because judging by all the posts from celebs, it sounds like Jamie is still not out of the woods. One fan wrote, "This entire Jamie Foxx mystery illness is one of the oddest things I've seen recently. Neither his PR team nor his family have released any details of what happened. Yet I keep reading news articles of celebrity tributes to him. So strange." But what's even more strange is that disturbing rumors recently popped up claiming that the police are now involved in this case because someone allegedly tried to take Jamie's life. One fan on Twitter claimed that Jamie Foxx told the cops somebody tried to kill him and added, "I'm telling you, man, it's like they have a timer on these celebs' lives. I believe him." But where did these rumors even come from? Why would someone want to take Jamie's life? Well, going back to Martin Lawrence, many fans are starting to point out the chilling similarities between Jamie's hospitalization and Martin's infamous 1996 incident. In May 1996, Martin was arrested after being found wandering in the middle of a busy LA intersection, holding a gun and screaming, "They're trying to kill me." The tabloids were quick to label Martin as a crazy drug addict. However, Martin later claimed that the media totally exaggerated his substance use. While Martin didn't deny that illegal substances played some part in his past incidents, he also claimed that most of the stories being pushed in the media were completely fabricated, including the reports that he suffered from bipolar disorder. They made up a lot of things to sell a better story, Martin said. "You don't know what it's like until you've been through it." Interestingly, this is also very similar to what Kanye West went through in 2016 when he was hospitalized and put under a psychiatric hold. TMZ reported at the time that Kanye suffered some kind of episode while at the house of his former personal trainer, Harley Pasternak. Together with Kanye's personal physician at the time, Dr. Michael Farzam, called 911 telling them to bring the paramedics because Kanye would definitely need to be hospitalized.
I'm actually one of his doctors. I'm just calling from my cell phone to request if we can have some police backup because I don't think the paramedics, you can bring both. Yeah, 'cause I think he definitely is going to need to be hospitalized, so I wouldn't just do the police by itself.
But what's crazy about this is that last year when Kanye found himself under backlash for exposing shady Hollywood executives, Harley Pasternak texted Kanye and threatened that he would institutionalize him again and send him back to Zombieland.
"I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to Zombieland forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same." This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me.
So if Harley threatened Kanye that he would send him back to an institution, does this mean he orchestrated Kanye's first hospitalization? Well, this certainly makes you wonder if Martin also suffered a breakdown back in 1996 because someone tried to institutionalize him, or worse, and then when they didn't succeed, they started pushing this narrative that he's mentally ill. After all, we can't forget that Martin's longtime friend Dave Chappelle openly blamed Hollywood for what happened to Martin, and he said that someone as strong as Martin would never snap like that for no reason.
So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, "They are trying to kill me"? Yeah. What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows.
But if someone is really trying to take out these celebs or make it look like they're crazy, why would they do that to Jamie Foxx, one of the most unproblematic men in Hollywood? Well, Jamie's fans are now speculating that Jamie recently tried to break free from the Hollywood higher-ups and take control of his career. A few years ago, Jamie announced that he would be directing his first movie, a sports comedy called All-Star Weekend, starring himself, Robert Downey Jr., Eva Longoria, Jeremy Piven, Gerard Butler, and Benicio del Toro. By 2020, the filming was done and the movie was already in post-production. However, in August 2022, news broke that Jamie's directorial debut was indefinitely shelved and would never see the light of day. And while it was never revealed exactly why the film was shelved, there's been a lot of speculation in the media that Jamie crossed a certain line with jokes he wrote for the movie and was punished by having his movie taken away from him. In fact, Jamie himself recently hinted that the rise of cancel culture was the reason he wasn't allowed to release the movie. It's been tough with the lay of the land of comedy, Jamie told Cinema Blend. We're trying to break open those sensitive corners where people go back to laughing again. So basically, it looks like all of this boils down to corporate control. It's why Dave Chappelle turned down a $50 million deal from Comedy Central, why Martin Lawrence was banned from SNL and NBC shortly before his so-called breakdown, and it's also why Kanye said he felt free when Adidas cut ties with him and took away his lucrative contract.
For everyone in contracts, I know that this will never happen again in history. There will never be a situation where people end a multi-billion-dollar deal off of a tweet. Gotcha. Gotcha. So I would like to thank everyone that was involved with this negotiation. Thank God no one was hurt in the process. And I feel free.
And while this is all still pure speculation, we can't rule out that something similar happened to Jamie Foxx. At the end of the day, we know that most celebrities have very little control over their careers, and people with real power are the ones making decisions for them. But does this mean that these powerful individuals would actually make a celebrity disappear if they try to break free from their control? Well, that's certainly been a popular theory amongst fans for a while, and after Martin Lawrence recently spoke out on Jamie's hospitalization, his comment reignited the conversation about Hollywood elites and the control they wield over celebs. Extra TV recently caught up with Martin to ask him what he knows about Jamie's condition, and though Martin said he heard that Jamie was doing better, you could tell that he was still very concerned and confused about the whole situation.
Well, I hear he's doing better, from what I hear, and my prayers go out for him every night, and just wishing the best for him. One of the best that we got in Hollywood. Not only one of the best entertainers, but good person.
Many fans are now saying Jamie's hospitalization reminded them of Martin's 1996 breakdown. And their words, someone out there is trying to take Jamie from us. This is the first thing I thought about as soon as I heard the news, one fan said. We be dying to get into Hollywood, but it ain't safe there either, especially if you're not going to do what you're told. And another fan commented, they slipped Martin something, he is not the same, just a shell. They're trying to do that to Jamie. But how do you feel about all these theories surrounding Jamie's hospitalization? Is someone really trying to take out celebrities who refuse to be controlled? Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't miss out on this next story.
Wait, what? P. Diddy's relationship with Young Miami was just a cover-up for his relationship with Saucy Santana?
What's your relationship status? Mr. At Bad?
I'm single, I'm single, but I'm dating. I'm just taking my time with life.
Okay. So what we is?
We date. We dating. We go have dates. We friends.
Okay.
We go to exotic locations. We have great times.
Whatever you say, Diddy, but did you really get close to Young Miami so that you can be with Saucy Santana? I mean, y'all are doing the most with the comments, but honestly, I kind of see it too. And as always, I will be breaking down this spicy tea. Remember when Diddy revealed that he had a baby back in December 2022 by writing on Twitter, "I'm so blessed to welcome my baby girl, Love Sean Combs, to the world. Mama Combs, Quincy, Justin, Christian, Chance, Delilah, Jesse, and myself all love you so much. God is the greatest." Followers were going all out congratulating him and Saucy Santana for having a baby, with one person writing on Twitter, "Congrats to Diddy and Saucy Santana on their new bundle of joy." Apparently, people have a point with all these assumptions about Diddy and Santana. As it turns out, his relationship with Young Miami may have just been a cover-up, and things are just kind of adding up now, you know? So, there was this time when Young Miami had a terrible breakdown, and she told XXL that her breakdown was because she missed her flights. But looking back, maybe it's because the relationship between Diddy and Santana had been a bit too overwhelming. Actually, if you look back at the relationship between Young Miami and Diddy, you will notice she was always so off. Like when she said that the thing that was important to her was matching Diddy's energy.
You better go get you a man and just be on whatever time he on. Let me tell you what you gotta do, ladies. You gotta like match these men energy. That's what you have to do. Match the energy. Whatever they giving you, that's what you give off.
And the way she keeps fighting with people over Diddy, death proves something. For instance, back in May 2022, when Diddy hosted the 2022 Billboard Music Awards, Gina, who was also present, uploaded a photo of Diddy on stage with the caption, "Baby Daddy is hosting billboards," on her Instagram story. She also shared a photo of Diddy giving her a kiss on the cheek, and Young Miami, who seemingly got tired of all the posting, fired back writing, "Somebody please give this B some attention." Gina then quickly responded by writing, "If anybody is seeking attention, B, it's you." Young Miami then responded, "Attention? I am the attention. Let's be clear." Then she wrote, "Go sit down. We see you. Relax. It's okay. You've been around, just around for years. You've been waiting on this moment for him to make you famous." Let's just say that people have definitely been seeing through everything, with academics even saying that Young Miami is a side chick. Y'all remember how that comment got Diddy and Young Miami worked up, right? In response, Diddy even wrote, "At Young Miami 305 is not my side chick. Never has been, never will be. She's very important and special to me, and I don't play about my shawty wop. I don't discuss things on the internet, and I will not start today." Didn't exactly say that she was the main also, so there's that. And it's probably because Saucy Santana is the main. Some folks even said that Saucy Santana made Diddy tweet that so his best friend don't look crazy and nobody finds out about them. And it became even more sus when Saucy Santana went on Twitter, where he also bashed academics for dragging the side chick conversation out longer than it needed to be. Well, if you ask a lot of people, they will tell you that Young Miami probably knows what is happening, and that could even be one of the reasons why she recently says she doesn't want to get married.
No, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married because I feel like men are not faithful. And if I get married, that means I'm giving my life away to you.
And if Young Miami and Diddy were really serious, I don't think they would be having cringe-worthy conversations like this.
Are you a cheater?
No, I used to be a cheater. I'm not a cheater no more.
Used to be.
I'm a truth teller now.
You're an honest man.
Honest. I'm gonna give it to you honest. I ain't trying to be lying, ducking, hiding, hurting nobody's feelings.
So, it's possible that Young Miami is just a cover-up for a possible relationship between Diddy and Santana. They could even be a throuple for all we know. I mean, she already told XXL magazine about being in an open relationship with Diddy when she said, "We are dating, we single, but we're dating. I'm doing me, he's doing the same thing. I can't speak for exactly what he's doing or who he's seeing, but we single and we dating. But we are dating each other, but we single." Whew. Well, looks like homegirl is going to keep being a cover-up, because even Santana knows that the industry is harsh to guys who are already out, and he wouldn't want that for Diddy. Just saying.
Do you think being gay in this industry give you an advantage or a disadvantage?
In hip-hop, a disadvantage. In the industry, I could say both. Just with, we know how hip-hop's just been for years anyways, and just how the industry, this is still new to a lot of people.
And do y'all still need receipts to prove that Diddy is on the DL? Because I got plenty of those.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping. I like that.
Yep, that one never gets old. And when he said this about Usher,
my brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, pause, but like that's how. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying?
Like, even his ex-bodyguard confirmed that Diddy is on the DL, and he actually witnessed a couple of things.
And he said, "Yo, Gene, watch the door, don't let nobody come through here." And I said, I watched the door. If I watched the door and him and a man ran out naked, and I said that, ain't nobody told me that. I saw that myself.
Well, there are also people who, as much as they believe that Diddy is on the DL, they doubt that he's got anything going on with Santana. Like this person who wrote, Diddy does not want Saucy Santana. Diddy is definitely a bottom. Saucy Santana couldn't do anything for Diddy. Look at the men Diddy has dated and look at Saucy. He wouldn't dare. And there's definitely no convincing some people otherwise, because people are also still going hard with comments like, Young Miami is just a cover-up whole time Diddy dating Saucy Santana. And another person said, Young Miami is just a front. Diddy really dating Saucy Santana. Also, just the other day, Young Miami herself sort of said that she was tired of sharing her man. After her Rolling Loud performance, she tweeted, "It's been a long week. I just want my man." And then she followed that up with, "I'm not sharing my next man." Billboard also shared a City Girls interview clip where Miami was asked if she and JT had done a double date yet, and Young Miami said she was single.
Yeah, I'm single.
Okay, single.
Single.
Maybe she really is tired of sharing Diddy with Saucy Santana. But do you see it though? A relationship between Diddy and Saucy Santana? Let me know in the comment section below.
I remember seeing Puff come through, and Puff had like 5 bodyguards with him. And this was like one of the only times Puff ever stopped to speak to me. As soon as I walked out the club, B, Map, come on, get in the car. And I'm like, oh, that's Puff car.
Puff and Tupac was like a couple, seemed like to me.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
See?
Puff, okay. You're telling me we got to kick in this shit. And he's like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this just said?
Yeah, I fuck Diddy. I'm not going to front. I'd fuck the shit out of Diddy.
Diddy has made a name for himself in the music industry. Previously, he was known for his music production and the amazing artists he managed. But recently, he's getting known for his sexual adventures a lot more than his music. It seems like Diddy is rather fond of pursuing young men from the industry, and he has a specific method for it, luring them into his car for sex. How does Diddy do that, and how did he get exposed for it? You're about to find out now.
You will definitely be upset. You will definitely be upset because you will be outdone, motherfucker.
Diddy likes to portray himself in the public as a dedicated father and family man, but his private activities show an entirely different picture of the music producer. Many incidents have been revealed where Diddy would purposefully go after young straight male rappers. He would force them into performing acts on him.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
The rapper Jaguar recalls one such incident where someone walked in on Diddy, making the new singer Christopher Williams go down on him.
Then the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. And when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff.
It's one thing to perform sexual acts with doors unlocked, but Diddy was even more unashamed. He didn't bother stopping either.
From what she said to me, it was disturbing because, you know, they didn't stop.
Well, Diddy is a strange man, and strange things turn him on. One of Diddy's favorite things to do is luring straight men into his cars and making them have sex with him. He did the same thing to rapper Method Man in L.A.
I remember sitting up in one of the booths. You know how House of Blues is set up. I'm sitting in one, and this is the pre-Soul Train party, so I'm sitting up in one of the booths. And I'm just like looking around at everything, and I'm starting to feel the tension. Before that, I wasn't feeling the tension. I remember seeing Puff come through, and Puff had like 5 bodyguards with him. And this was like one of the only times Puff ever stopped to speak to me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Method Man was sitting in a club in L.A. when Diddy approached him. Diddy must have been attracted to him because he then proceeded to hit on him in a rather weird way.
As soon as I walked out the club, B, Tracy Waples, she outside in a Benz like, Map, come on, get in the car. I'm not making a connection here. And I'm like, oh, that's Puff car. That's Puffy car. Ain't no way I'm getting.
Instead of talking some more and then inviting Method Man to his place like a normal person, he decided to send someone else to trick him into sitting in the car. Maybe this is like a game for Diddy, and he enjoys putting these straight men in uncomfortable positions. Method Man wasn't the only straight man Diddy had sneakily tricked into an uncomfortable position. Another rapid exhibit has come forward with his horror story. Diddy invited him home for a good time and then took him clubbing, only to find out later that this club wasn't just an average club. Instead, it was a very explicit gay club. Exhibit was ignorantly trying to party and have a good time when someone pointed out to him that men at the club were kissing. Exhibit was taken aback, but didn't think anything of it until he saw another man dancing butt naked in the middle of the club. That's when he realized that Diddy had tricked him and taken him along to a gay club. Diddy has never openly admitted to his attraction to men, but he's also unafraid of being caught acting his fantasies out. In fact, in private parties and events, he very openly acts gay. He's been involved with a lot of seemingly straight men along the years. In one of Will Smith's infamous parties, the famous gangster Keith D had quite a bit of a shock. He never imagined Diddy with a wife and kids, and Tupac with his endless string of girlfriends would be interested in each other.
Puff and Tupac was like a couple, seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird shit going on.
Even Diddy's former bodyguard admitted that the two men were unusually close to each other.
Pac and Puff was like this.
He has also hit on a lot of straight artists in the hip-hop world, such as 50 Cent. 50 Cent is not one to shy away from talking about the truth. So when Diddy hit on him, you better believe 50 Cent was going to recall the whole story in the media.
Puff, okay. You're telling me we got a kick in this shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, just saying.
Diddy has a reputation of taking his love interest shopping. Looks like shopping is his direct hint of letting the other person know that he finds them attractive and wants to sleep with them. So when Diddy offered to take 50 Cent shopping, he was rightfully taken aback. Luckily, 50 Cent was already at that point in his career where he didn't feel threatened turning down these aggressive advances by the hip-hop mogul. Diddy's former bodyguard also recalled some interesting stories where Diddy went shopping in an exotic bookstore with him. Gene Deal, his bodyguard, naively expected him to buy normal porn magazines, but Diddy wasn't there for just magazines. He ended up buying plugs.
Some things from up here on my left side, and then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there, and it said plug.
Not only this, Gene even once caught him having with another young rapper in a hotel room. The two had to come out of the room with just towels wrapped around themselves. Even then, Diddy was rather unfazed and didn't seem to mind that Gene had seen them together.
Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on.
These allegations against Diddy aren't just baseless rumors either. In fact, he has even been questioned by the federal investigators regarding him having sexual relations with underage boys. Most of these were young rappers he had forced into performing gay sex with him because he had the influence to make or break their music careers. This came after it was revealed that Diddy slept with a teenage usher. When Diddy was in his late 20s, he and a then 15-year-old usher used to sleep in the same bed at night. Although Diddy tried to handle the situation and make it sound less weird, we can't think of one reason why it would be appropriate for a grown-up Diddy to be sleeping in the same bed as a teenage usher.
Day one, we used to wake up and, pause, but like that's how,
Usher also revealed that he and Diddy would attend sexual orgies when Usher was 15, which is a crime in the United States and most nations with laws concerning minors. Diddy even forced a teenage Usher into drugs and alcohol. When Usher was asked whether he would ever send his kids to a place like Diddy's, he was very quick to respond no.
Now, would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Diddy is just one part of a whole industry that flourishes on manipulating and abusing these young men. Harlem rapper Smart talks about his trend in the music industry where new artists are abused and blackmailed at the hands of music executives and record producers, much like Diddy.
Do nothing. Let me say his last thing. They can't do nothing because the record labels, the execs, they date rape these artists. They give them transformers, so they get high, they get intoxicated.
These executives videotape these young artists after forcing them to perform sexual actions. This way, the artists have no choice but to do whatever these labels ask of them, oftentimes ending up signing contracts they never want.
Styles drug them and videotape this shit. Why? Look, bro, it just happened right in front of you. With TDE, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, how you got a video out you suck dick and somebody sucking your that's how the music business is.
Many young artists find themselves in a tight spot where the only way to break into the industry is to first allow themselves to be used by the predatory music executives. Many of these young men have accepted this fake and become numb to it, just like the rapper Didhe.
Yeah, I fuck Diddy. I'm not gonna front. I shit out of Diddy. Like, I'm just keeping it a buck, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
The industry is a ruthless place to navigate, especially for young artists. The bigger names in the industry want favors that can leave these young men traumatized and violated. Rapper Ali Vegas talked about this in an interview. These young rappers were violated so often as if it wasn't even a big deal.
Telling them like, yeah, I'm ready. And then next thing you know, you get invited to the party where the greeting is the man squeezing your
This is a sort of currency that works in the music world, where young artists have to sell their bodies to be able to put their music out into the world. Look at what this artist had to say about the situation.
I had like 2 record deals, right? Mm-hmm. And
they wanted your butt?
Yeah.
Music executives like Diddy use other emerging artists' desperation to violate them and force them into sexual acts with them. Diddy does this so often that now everyone knows his type. He goes after straight black men. These men have no choice but to do what Diddy says because he has a hold on the whole of the music industry. People think it's cowardly of Diddy to still pretend to be straight after being involved in gay situations time and again. His deceit and secrecy is only useful to him because he uses it to lure unsuspecting men into uncomfortable situations. One person tweeted saying, "Honey Diddy is diehard cord gay. I wish he'd just be open and stop all the deceitful behavior. Him and nasty ass Christ Stokes. Some straight demons harming people because they aren't all right with themselves. It's 2023. Men can be gay. No need for birds anymore or pop-up families." Others think that it's high time we stop defending this awful behavior of these music executives and call it for what it really is, rape. One person wrote, "I hate how people are saying, no, Diddy was just having Usher have with groupies who were older than him when he was like 14 years old. Pause, because that's rape too." That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.
I would show up to the party in my little town car so I could skirt. Puff the SUVs and the Bentley.
At that time, Puff was the biggest guy in the world. You know, you couldn't even get in his parties. So the way I would get in his parties, I show up with a camera.
So, yo, Puff, you gotta let me film this. The whole thing, we need to document this, Playboy.
Puff is there, and it's all about him. And I'll never forget, he got mad at me.
So Jamie Foxx suffered a very serious medical emergency that landed him in the hospital.
Too many coincidences.
Too many.
In May 2018, Jamie Foxx discussed his previous partying with Bad Boy founder Diddy. According to reports, the music mogul was not pleased with the actor's revelations. Thousands of Foxx's admirers are blaming Diddy for the actor's abrupt health downturn as he fights for his life in the hospital. According to those close to the actor, Jamie's hospitalization could be a result of his knowledge of Diddy's questionable sexuality. If that's the case, then why is Diddy being blamed for Foxx's illness? Stay with us and we'll fill you in. In 2018, Jamie Foxx visited Colbert and discussed, among other things, his experience teaching Diddy how to throw a cheap party. After posing as a videographer and striking up a friendship with the rap mogul, he began attending Diddy's events as well.
Got the town car with a camera. Say, yo, Puff, you gotta let me film this. The whole thing, we need to document this, Playboy. He was like, let him through. And I'm like, all right, I'm through.
I would hang out and watch him throw parties. He threw a party and said, "Yo, Playboy, this party costs $1.5 million. I'm like, "You are out of your mind," he said. I said, "Puff, I will throw you a party for $400 that will rival this party." Foxx says Diddy was a bit offended at first, but eventually went along with it the next time he was in Los Angeles. He called and said, "Yo, Playboy, I'm in town. Make it happen." So I said, "Cool," he said, adding that he went on to invite 200 of the coolest people before Diddy finally arrived. I said, "Puff, look over there on the dinner table. I got Kentucky Fried Chicken. I put it on a nice plate. I got Coca-Cola. I put it in a pitcher. We are at $208 and we are killing it right now," he said. Missy Elliott, Jay-Z, Kanye West, and the Neptunes were reportedly also in attendance at Diddy's bash. He didn't say when the party was, but given Jay-Z and the Neptunes were already famous by the time Kanye became famous, it's possible he's conflating multiple wild nights out. Foxx claims that many of the wild parties he threw in the past always had a purpose. "I had a studio in my house since Diddy was so famous in the music industry, and I was attempting to get into the industry at the time," he said. He may have been doomed by what he discovered about the music magnate. The recent incidents involving him have caused widespread fear in the entertainment sector. But during production, he received a death threat, and those rumors spread like wildfire. According to certain accounts, the gifted star may be at odds with the mafia. Despite outward appearances, everything is possible in this demonic realm. Now that we have a complete picture of what transpired, we can get down to business. the hospital where Eric Marlon Bishop, aka Jamie Foxx, is being treated. It seems that our beloved star had symptoms similar to a stroke, but the media has been mum on the specifics. No one can explain what happened or estimate the extent of the damage. Jamie Foxx's sudden, serious illness has producers scrambling on his movie set and beyond, and TMZ is getting conflicting information about the movie he was shooting. Back in Action. The emergency was apparently quite serious, according to rumors that have circulated despite the lack of official confirmation. Back in Action, the upcoming film starring Jamie and Cameron Diaz was supposedly being filmed in Atlanta. Jamie's family came from all over to be with him during his health crisis. It must have been really serious for close relatives to fly in from another country. TMZ reports that the film's completion is in jeopardy because the actor missed the last 8 shooting days. The actor will reportedly remain in the hospital as doctors conduct tests to determine what happened to him, as reported by TMZ's sources. However, some online users have speculated that Foxx may have suffered a stroke. We all know this is really serious, but neither the physicians nor the family members have verified it. Due to the actor's awful condition, fans are worried that the film would have to be completed with the help of props. To clone or not to clone? It appears that the Jamie Foxx clone has everything he needs to complete filming on Back in Action. Will the real Jamie Foxx ever return to acting? TMZ hashtag Jamie Foxx. Is Diddy maybe the assailant that wants Jamie Foxx dead for outing him as gay? As far as we can tell, Diddy outed himself as gay in Blood Orange's Hope. As the video draws to a close and 2 men are seen going hand in hand, Diddy comments, "Sometimes I ask myself, what is it going to take for me not to be afraid? To be loved the way, I really want to be loved. But then I know how I really want to be loved. But I'm scared to really feel that, It's like you want something, but you don't know if you can handle it." The music mogul continued. "Maybe one day I'll get over my fears and I'll receive." Even if Foxx did reveal what he witnessed at those events, he is not solely responsible for Diddy's sexual awakening. A 2017 video of a drunk Diddy calling another man daddy surfaced again as online discussions about Diddy's sexuality heated up. During the interview, the founder of Bad Boy Records also said that he never really got drunk with Fabulous. "We have celebrated my birthday in the past." Fab responded, "I don't understand why you came to my party."
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
No,
I like that.
50 Cent's rant at Diddy came during the drunken interview. He says to Fabulous, "Me and you, we need to party." "What are you talking about? When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable." Finney later explained in an interview on The Breakfast Club. "He said something to me a long time ago at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping." The G-Unit star added, "I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move? Man, before I do something, you gonna make me mess up the wedding." Yo, that's something a guy says to a girl.
What are you doing? He says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity.
In the meantime, in 2009, rapper Exhibit talked about the one time Diddy took him to a gay bar. He was so taken aback by the nature of the club that he bolted the moment he realized what it was. "We're getting out of the club ASAP. No one got a peace offering from me." The source was dubious, he claimed. Inadvertently, Diddy once admitted that he had slept with Usher.
My brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, pause, but that's how.
The internet has been rife with speculation that Diddy is gay for quite some time. Before the year 2021, he was frequently mislabeled as gay. Everyone assumed the artist was gay simply because he never addressed the topic. While there was some trolling, it was mild. Then in 2021, he made a post that opened the door for people to speculate about his sexuality and mock him by claiming he was gay. On the day of the BET ceremony, it occurred. There, Lil Nas X performed, and Diddy tweeted his compliments for his set. The upshot was that his adherents began making fun of him. Diddy wants to kiss Lil Nas X now. The fearless Diddy, come out of the closet and show the world it's okay to be gay. Stop playing like you're not. One fan tweeted. Another added, Diddy definitely gay for that tweet. Unfortunately, that tweet is no longer viewable. Perhaps the singer was so hurt by the criticism that she erased it later. Sean Combs continues to show he doesn't care about anyone or anything by coming out as gay despite all the baseless accusations against him. The time for Diddy kids has passed. It's clear from his marriage history that his sexuality is up for debate. Sean dated numerous women before settling down with Kimberly Porter. They tied the knot back in 1994. They raised their 3 children together over the course of 11 years, daughters Delilah and Jesse and a son Christian. But in 2007, the rapper started seeing Cassie Ventura and he divorced Kim so he could marry his new girlfriend. Diddy and Cassie got divorced and remarried in the same year. Kim passed away in 2019. The following year, Sean and Cassie were in a committed relationship from 2007 to 2018. Kim famously ended things with his second wife a year before his first ex-wife passed away. Where do the other 3 kids come from? Then, both Sarah Chapman and Nissa Hilton, 2 of his ex-girlfriends, are the mothers of his other 3 children. In 2023, Young Miami, a rapper, becomes Diddy's new girlfriend. He went on record to confirm their connection, telling reporters that they had met on an episode of her girlfriend's Caresha Please series and that, after discussing their histories, they had agreed to remain a couple. The wealthy music tycoon has been accused of taking out people in the industry before, so the speculation that he was responsible for Jamie Foxx's hospitalization doesn't sound too far-fetched. The same sex parties Diddy now blames Foxx for releasing information about are the ones where Diddy's ex-personal chef said she was suing the music mogul. TMZ has received court filings in which Cindy Ruda says that she was sexually harassed, that she was not paid overtime, and that she was asked to prepare and serve entrees and appetizers to him and his guests while Mr. Combs and his guests were engaged in or immediately following sexual activity. On at least one occasion, Ruta claims her supervisor called her in to serve him a post-coital meal while making provocative remarks. According to court records she filed, Mr. Combs was naked and he made comments about his body, she alleged, adding that he asked whether she was attracted to or liked his naked body. Ex-personal chef filed suit, alleging sexual harassment, a hostile work environment, and other violations. Despite her claims that she was set up by a coworker after complaining about working conditions, Ruta was fired in May 2016 for allegedly stealing one of her employer's watches. A former bodyguard for Diddy, Gene Deal, has come out to support Jamie Foxx's allegations. Now we all know who or what to watch for if the actress claims that someone is trying to kidnap him turn out to be true. We thank you for watching and hope to see you again soon.